Hey Watch fam, I hope you're all really well. We're in December already, aren't we? We're in December already. Well, if I had a day date, would it tell me that? No, the day date doesn't tell me the month, does it? I would need a sky dweller. I would need a sky dweller. Saying that, the sky dwellers are fat. Anyway, I thought I'd just get one of my casual videos out. I haven't posted in a few weeks. I've been travelling. I went back to the UK for the first time in many years. I just wanted to get this video out today. I didn't actually want to get this video out today. I just randomly thought I'd get a video out because I was just in the mood for it. The house is quiet. The baby's asleep, so I've got the old baby monitor. The missus is out. And I'm just watching The Last Dance again on Netflix just because I like to watch The Last Dance from time to time. Anyone who hasn't seen The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, you want to get on that ASAP. If you want to see what a superstar alien is, who was born a superstar, Last Dance. So guys, where am I going to start this video? Right, I went to London. I was in London. I was in different parts of the UK. I was in Oxford. I was in Eastbourne. I was kind of getting around London. First time in the UK for about 5 years. 5 years. My first time in the UK in 5 years, guys. I've been out in the Middle East so long. I'm a London boy originally. And I just couldn't believe I wasn't in the UK for 5 years. I got there. You hear all this sort of watch stuff, these watch stories, everything that's happening, and people getting mugged and everything. And I was getting off the plane. I was on the plane on a flight over to London. I spotted a deep sea. Then I was waiting for a train on a platform at Heathrow. There was a guy casually in front of me. He looked like a typical Kensington boy. Kind of looked privileged. He was just wearing a pre-ceramic sub-date. And I just thought to myself, I don't know what to say. I'm wearing my Omega. I'm all high on these watch theft stories. I'm high on them, so I thought I'd just wear the Omega. But I was sort of looking around. I even saw one guy on the train, on the underground in London, balls out, wearing a Pepsi on a Jubilee with a suit. He had a suitcase, Pepsi on a Jubilee in London. So I don't know. It happens. It definitely happens. There's a lot more. There's different types of people right now in London. There are, there's way more people know about watches now than they ever did before. It's all gone a bit crazy. So whilst I was in London, and I'm going to keep it sort of watch-related content. I don't want to bore you guys with what I was actually doing in London. Pretty much just eating Jaffa cakes. Actually, okay, one thing, Jaffa cakes. I calculated during my stay in the UK, I demolished around 140 to 160 Jaffa cakes. I'll go by boxes. Each box had about 20. It was just, I couldn't get enough Jaffa cakes. We have Jaffa cakes here in Dubai, but they're just silly prices. Like a box of 15 costs you like £6. It doesn't make sense. But I saw these Jaffa cakes in London for like £1.25 for a double box, and I was just going back and back. Anyway, so yeah, the watches. Popped into a couple of Rolex ADs. Oh my God. The watch snobbery in these ADs. Some smirky little 26-year-old who's probably just, finished media studies at university a few years ago, talking to me as if I'm some, homeless guy off the streets wanting a sub. I mean, he was wearing an Azuro blue Datejust. It's all right. But I went to inquire about a watch I've been waiting for in London with my mum, under my mum's name. And, it's been 2 years now. And the way he was like, oh, you have to be invited to buy this watch. I'm actually quite a patient character. Maybe these days I'm getting a bit low on patience, but I just thought, you don't get me started. Anyway, I left out there. I said to him, oh yeah, probably your manager's planned who's buying it already so they can split the profits. He looked at me as if I was, talking absolute crap. Well, I'm not, am I? Because we know what happens. Anyway, I went to, a few sort of Rolex ADs, just the chat and everything. I think if you visit them on a weekly basis, maybe they'll just sort of soften up a little bit. But the ones in centre of London, like Bond Street, Regent Street, all that, oh my God, I just want to punch them in the face. Like, seriously. I won't be doing that again. If I do it in the UK, it will be some quaint, nice, quiet place with normal people. But yeah, and all this time I was always walking around in my Omega Seamaster. Actually, I've got it here. I brought it out for the video. Seamaster. You're going to zoom on in a minute. Focus on it. Mate, why are you not focusing on the Seamaster? There you go. That's a nice looking watch, that. I was always pretty much wearing this, and I just really enjoyed wearing it. Just, again, like, no fuss watch stuff. You just crack on with it, you wear it, you smash it against something, works, doesn't work. I mean, it works. I was really happy with this watch, just really happy on this watch. Like, I was in overground trains, underground trains, everywhere. I mean, granted, in the UK at the moment, everyone's wearing coats. I was wearing gloves. I was cold on some days. No one really sees your watch. I think most of the stuff that I've seen happening online is people driving around in fancy areas in London with their windows down, and people stealing their watch, or people maybe wearing short sleeves or just shirts and the watch is out. I don't think people are going to be walking around checking everyone's wrists, like wrist checks on the street. Like, stop, just want to check your wrist. So actually, on the topic of wrist check, I haven't done a wrist check for this video. I've got the SD4K on, guys, today. SD4K, I wanted a bit of Rolex steel on me today. And I say steel. I didn't say gold, I said steel. I wanted a bit of Rolex steel on me today. Anyway, so in London, really, unless someone's doing wrist checks on you, in the winter, you're pretty okay to be wearing nice watches as long as it's not too, out there, like gold and etc. What else? It was just nice to be back, guys. It was just nice to be back. And I gymmed there a few times. I took a watch, actually, that a viewer sent to me out here to Dubai. Really nice guy. I was looking to buy a G-Shock. And I bought a G-Shock a few weeks ago, but it didn't match. It was just too small for me. I didn't like it. Posted it on Instagram. I forgot which G-Shock it was. I just said, nah, sending it back. So I sent it back to Amazon. And a really nice viewer said, do you like Casio Oaks? And I was like, yeah, I like Casio Oaks. They're nice. I haven't really looked much into them, but they're nice looking watches. And he said, I've got one. I just don't really use it. I'll send it to you if you want. And I was like, well, okay. Really nice chap. Really nice guy. He's... I'm gonna plug him again on my Instagram. I'm just taking a break from Instagram for now. My Instagram, by the way, is steelmoon_watches. And he sent me this lovely Casio Oak. I was super happy with that. I mean, and it's such a good fit, this watch. Honestly, such a good fit. I do like to have analog hands now on my watches, even on the sort of Casio-y stuff. I do like it. Oh, my neck. I don't know what's happening there, but... So yeah, back in Dubai now. I'll tell you what, guys. Every time I come back to Dubai, I kind of want to be here less and less. I've been here 12 years now, but I kind of want to be here less and less every time I fly back. The sort of, it kind of wears off a bit. It starts to wear off, and I don't know. I've got friends who've left the Middle East, and then they've gone back home to their country in Europe, and then they've come back a year later. So there is a risk of that always happening. If I was to leave here, go back to Europe, sit around, be all taxed up nicely, I might actually want to run away again. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me just change this channel. It's just, I don't see much anyway, because Okay. Oh, with the glasses it's so much nicer, but look at this reflection with the glasses. So yeah, guys, I wanted to touch a little bit on the bluesy. On the bluesy. I've had my bluesy for about, what, 3-4 weeks now? I haven't come to any definite conclusions at this juncture. I really haven't come to any definite conclusions on the bluesy. But I'm starting to ask the question, does it suit my personality? A little bit. For me, the bluesy is probably Rolex. Arguably, for me, I think it's Rolex's most beautiful watch. Like when I put it on, I'm like, wow, wow, like beautiful. The dial, the two-tone, it just, for some reason, it shouldn't work, but it does. Like it really shouldn't, and I think the blue dial makes it work. Like the blue ties it all in together. The black one, not so much for me. But I'm not a showy-offy guy. Like I really am. How should I phrase it? I'm a badge inside the coat type character. You know, today I've got my Adidas hoodie on, but I am generally a badge inside the coat type character. I don't really like to flash things around. Like I wouldn't drive a green Lamborghini, for example. I really wouldn't. You know, I'm really quite conservative guy. I know what I want. I know what I like. I like the bluesy. I like the bluesy a lot, but I just don't know if it suits my character. Like, I'm just asking a question for now because it's beautiful. I can't really wear the bluesy around business meetings. I feel strange with the bluesy in business meetings. I feel like it's a bit shouty. I hate wearing it at home because gold, just, you know, you bang things at home. Lovely on the beach, lovely at beach bars, swimming pool, that sort of place. Definitely not a Europe watch for me, like not a Europe watch, but you know, what else can I say? You know when you have a really nice car, like some people have very nice cars, like a very nice car it's very subjective, it's all relative to what we think a nice car is. But let's just take the typical scenario, a brand new Range Rover, or a Bentley Bentayga 4x4, or whatever it is. I'm the type of guy who will have that car, who would, if I did have that car, I would put tinted windows on it because I like the way tinted windows look on that car. But most people I see driving those cars around in the Middle East don't have tinted windows because they all want to be seen inside the car. And judge me here, please do, it's fine. I judge them thinking you really want to be seen in that car. You need that fix of validation every time they're at traffic lights. Like me, I'm at traffic lights, right? I'm looking at the traffic light or ahead of me, like what's happening. People in nice cars are always looking left, right, like to see who's seen them, who's spotted them. That grates me. Like it really grates me because you've got this fantastic car. Like you got everything, right? And you're signalling already, but now you're just looking to make sure that they see that you're sat inside the car. And I just feel that the bluesy is a little bit of that. I feel like the bluesy is a little bit of that, like, look at me. But I don't have it for look at me. I have it because it's beautiful and it makes me smile and it makes my eyes like go, wow. I don't have it so that the guy I'm sat with thinks any better of me. He may think less of me, who knows? Like I think less of those people who are without tinted windows. By the way, I know you can get tinted windows which have zero tint in them in terms of colour, but you can still get like 50% or 80% heat radiation, but still, I like tint. I think every car looks better with tinted windows. It's early days still. Honestly speaking, I'm having a little bit of watch fatigue right now. I think the last few weeks have been a bit heavy in terms of watches. You know, the sub date came in, the Omega Seamaster came in, the Bluesy came in. You know, I think 1 or 2 watches went. It's just been a little bit like explosion. So the Seamaster 300 has actually been really refreshing from that perspective. It's been really refreshing to wear. It's been really refreshing to wear. You know, I read somewhere online, someone posted it, I don't know, maybe it was on Instagram, but someone said that the Omega now has slotted in to be more of the gentleman's watch. It's just really quiet. does the job. It's very good. Whereas the Rolexes are a little bit loud. Not that it's happening, but I did give, and this is watch fatigue. This is when I said, Michael, it's watch fatigue, put everything away. For a brief moment, when I got back from London, I actually asked myself, should I sell the SD4K? I actually asked myself, should I sell the SD4K? In London, I had quite a nice holiday with the Pepsi GMT, BLRO. Just kind of looked at it, you know. Got a family member to take out the safety deposit box, and it was really nice. It's all, you know, it was just beautiful. I had it just on it in the house. That's a nice watch. But anyway, going back to kind of where I am at the moment, like a bit watch fatigued. Yeah, I'm so watch fatigued that I even thought about selling the SD4K. And I thought, well, hold on a minute, how is that possible? Because I'm absolutely in love with this watch. So I decided just to put everything away. That's why I got it on tonight, and tomorrow I'm just going to put everything away for storing. And I'm probably just going to camp out on the viewer's lovely Casio Oak, and I'm probably just going to camp out on the Seamaster 300. Probably just going to camp out on that for now. The Seamaster 300 is nice, but it doesn't give me a Rolex fix. I still need to have a Rolex. It doesn't give me a Rolex fix, but I think it's a splendid watch. It's a splendid watch. Like, I was really happy with that in the UK. Really happy with that in the UK. You know, I can't say, oh, it passed all tests in the UK. What test? You just wear a watch, right? But yeah, it was great. It was so comfortable on the rubber strap. Like, if you got an SMP 300, it has to be on a rubber strap. You need to have the rubber strap option, guys. It needs to be on a rubber strap option. Anyway, so suffice to say, I brought back loads of Jaffa cakes with me from London for the family. And obviously within 3 days, I smashed 90% of those Jaffa cakes. Like, I'm seriously trying to get my my diet back on track. Like, just 30 minutes ago, I had 3 eggs. That was about 10:45 p.m. I had 3 eggs, but I was a bit down on calories and protein today. I'm trying to just reboot the healthy living, cutting out sugars, gymming, getting the desire back to want to gym and eat clean. Because sometimes, you know, you cannot out-train a bad diet. Like, I've done that. I did that for years. Trying to out-train a bad diet. It doesn't work. You just keep looking shit. So yeah, I'm just trying to fine-tune, recalibrate myself back to where I was in July 21. July 21 is pretty much where I was at my peak in terms of how I wanted to look. Probably the best I've looked in a few years. So I'm just looking at photos and thinking, okay, what was I doing? And obviously in those photos of how I look, there are other photos of me eating, like, at 9 p.m. having three chicken skewers and 2 cucumbers, you know, and or 4 eggs and 2 cucumbers. I was always having cucumbers. Whenever you're hungry, just add the cucumbers into the meal. And no wonder I was really on point in terms of no sugar, no sweets, no nothing. And in the evening, if you're peckish, protein and a vegetable. That's it. And not by vegetable, I don't mean potato. I mean like a cucumber or red pepper or something like that. Paprika, whatever you call it. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I just thought I'd debrief a little bit on that. I covered some watch stuff. I covered some Europe travel stuff. It was really nice to be back in the UK. It was really nice, but at the same time, it just felt a little bit run down. Like, I haven't been there for 5 years, but it just felt run down. It didn't feel, you know, you get a bit spoiled out here in the Middle East for things being safe. But I just think London wouldn't be for me anymore. London wouldn't be for me. I would definitely be living on the outskirts of London. I'd probably be living somewhere like Oxford or Reading. Reading has dodgy places as well. London, definitely not London, Oxfordshire, Eastbourne. I'd even consider Eastbourne, honestly. depending on what sort of job you do and whatnot, if you have to commute to London. But London for me is finished. Like, you know, unless you're central Mayfair, Kings Road and all that sort of stuff, you know, Hampstead as well. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, sending your missus on the underground or sending her out with the kids out, you know, I'd always feel a little bit uneasy about the whole thing. It's a shame. It's a shame. I've spoken to a lot of people who've spent a lot of time in London, and they all say that it's kind of changed for the worse. And this time, for the first time, I really felt it. I really felt that it's changed for the worse. It's a strange one. I can't really articulate it properly at 11:30 at night here, but something just felt strange about it. So guys, let me know your thoughts in general in terms of the watch world. I don't think I've made this video as elaborate as I wanted it to be. I kind of just spoke about not much really, watches in London. I didn't touch on anything cool. So maybe I'll touch on something cool in the next kind of monthly catch-up video, debrief, when I do these, you know, on a sofa late at night. And we'll see where we go from there, guys. So thanks very much. I actually like doing these videos. I think it reaches out to my core subscribers. I don't have many subscribers, but there's a good core that I always know enjoy it. Because you guys enjoy it, I quite enjoy doing these vids. Thanks for again, guys. All the best. Bye.